Hello and welcome to Light Waves by todderbert. In front of us with a TANK007 WK1. This is an 18650 powered dual mode rotating lamp head everyday carry flashlight. You can find this retailing on Amazon and their website for around $79, though on Amazon it had currently on sale for $60 with a coupon at the making of this video. Pretty awesome. Links down below to both sources for the light. So let's take a look. TANK007 WK1 bidirectional lighting rotating magnetic flashlight. Say that 5 times fast. It's so cool. You know what? When I first got this thing, I was like, that's interesting, something different, and I love it. Can't get enough of this thing. Okay, magnetic base, USB-C charging. Okay, cool. So 1400 lumens, sweet. A little bit of throw there because it has two sections. You have a throw section and a flood section, which is perfect for a flashlight. And of course, 18650. We love to see that. Warning, do not shine the flashlight in your eyes, of course. Orange or black. All right, and over here, we got some bullet points, it looks like. If you want to read that stuff. Anti-drop design. You get the idea. It's aluminum. All right. Let's take everything out of the box. Let's see what we get. In the box, we get the star of the show. There it is, the TANK007. Look at this bad boy. I got the orange, of course. I'm a fan of the orange. You guys know that if you've been watching my channel. If you haven't, I'm a fan of orange. Bi-directional head. There's your flood. And there's your spot. It says 180. It's pretty cool. I found that you could do this and set it down, and you got it aiming at the table. This is like the coolest thing. I couldn't believe how much fun I was having. Look at that. You have a beam strip. Oh, it's just great. All right, cool. What else do you get in the box? Okay. We'll get to the fun of this flashlight here in a second. We get a charging cable. Your typical, let's see, USB to USB-C. Yep. Simple. We get a carry lanyard. No holster, unfortunately, and no belt clip. So, yeah, it's kind of bummed by that, but yeah, it's my final thoughts. But I'm already sharing them with you. Got a couple extra O-rings, though, in your lanyard with your name. TANK007. I love that name. Now I'm exploring these different companies and seeing what they have to offer. All right, and then we get a warranty card if you need it. I don't think most people mess with these things. I never do. But it's there for you, for those who do that. Okay, instructions. We have English, Chinese, Dutch, Japanese, Italiano, Francisco, Franciscas, Espanol. Okay, you get the idea, right? Having some fun here. Okay, illustration. All right, let's open this thing up just for posterity. Holy cow, this thing's gigantic. Okay, hang in there. Bear with me. So, it says right there, specifications, in case I missed something. There you are. It's got spotlight, floodlight. They have a medium, or say a high, medium, work light, and moon modes. We're going to call work light in this video low, because I'll be calling it low. I'm never going to remember to call it work light. But in here, they call it work light, so kind of cool. 100 lumens. That's actually a pretty good setting for a work light, isn't it? It's got strobe SOS, and for each section, spotlight or floodlight. Nice. And of course, different intensities and different run times for those independent lighting sources. More specs, okay. And then we got what it looks like there. Go a little quicker here. Battery indicator, recharging. Cool thing about this flashlight, it will operate on flat top 18650s. In case I forget to mention it, that is an awesome thing. I love it. There you go. You do get a lock mode, so that is a bonus. And maintenance precautions, and we're done. Okay, everything else is different languages. All right. We fold this accordion back up. Throw it aside. Let's take all this out of the way here. Let's go over dimensions of the flashlight. All right, I'm going to zoom it on down. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. All right, so we have a length. There's two dimensions here. So the longest is 5 1/16 of an inch at 128 millimeters. If we pivot this head, it shortens the flashlight, as you can see. And when it's shorter, it's 4 7/8 of an inch or 124 millimeters. Somebody might want to know when it's in the 90 degree or when it's fully extended. That little bit sticks out. So you get the idea, right? So another dimension, that's 2. We have the front section here. So we have a width of 1 1/4 inch. And then when we turn this, we have a width of 1 1/3 of an inch. So 32 millimeters or 35 millimeters. Get the idea? You get it, right? Tail's pretty simple. 1 inch, 25 millimeter. Sweet. Bag base. Yeah, loving that. All right, so we do a size comparison here. Let's bring this up, do a quick one here. What do we got on the table? I have an orange flashlight. Who would have thought? A Through-Night Saber. This is a AA powered flashlight. You know, single AA. Nice. Speaking of AA batteries, I think I got one laying around here in a loop. Give me an idea. I think I have a flat top. Let's see, I got Molly cell. What's this, 18650? Yeah, flat top. Awesome. Like I said, it will run on that battery. This will go in there. Even though they shipped the flashlight with a protected button top, you can run this because it's got a dual spring internal design. And a bigger flashlight. I had it on my table from a previous review. This is the Through-Night Lynx. It's kind of a tactical style light. 21700 powered, so it's got a bigger, fatter battery in there. I figured I'd throw that up there just so you could see kind of for size. The 18650 is kind of a sweet spot for everyday carry, I believe. But there you are. Sweet. This be everyday carry? Possibly, because it's size, but it is lacking the belt clip thing. You got the lanyard, and maybe you have to figure out your own little case for it, but a lot of people get pretty ingenious. All right, so we're done with that. Let's go to features of the WK1. Okay, I'm zooming on back down here. All right, so right away, the biggest feature here is the rotating head, 180 degree. I love it. It's fantastic. Here we have TR optics. If you notice, the bezel is different. This is a aluminum black anodized. If you flip it over here, we have a blue anodized bezel for the flood section. Thought that was kind of a nice touch. Yeah, pretty neat. They don't give you much information on the LEDs, so I'll just kind of give you my opinion on them. The throw section here is cool white, probably a CRI of 70 and around 6500K, probably color temperatures, my guess. A very basic, simple LED, but it's got a good beam. I like that, and we'll show it to you in a second. Switching it over here, we have diffused optics, as you can see. It's got kind of like a honeycomb. There you go, you got TR optics with a honeycomb diffuser over the front there to give it a nice flood. I love that. You'll see pictures of that as well in the garage where we'll take some pictures of it. That's a warm LED, and they say it's a high CRI, and it does. Well, I'll try to show that off. It does have a nice color rendition to it. And they say high, it's probably around 85 to 90. So not bad. Get the Iron colors back. All right, cool. Liking that. So the body here is your typical aluminum alloy, 6061 T6, yeah. And it has a hard anodized finish, though you wouldn't guess it because it's got kind of this shiny matte, I would say like semi-matte gloss? Semi-matte, that's what I meant to say. Semi-gloss, hello. You get the idea. Now over here, it's more matte finish, you know, like a Through-Night. But here you got more of a shine to it. Kind of neat. I thought it was more of a painted, but it's actually hard anodized. Nice. I love that they can do that in a shiny setup like that. Just kind of add some class to it. TANK007 WK1 on there. Got a little directional to show what's going on. You get it, right? Back here is a magnetic base. Like I mentioned, it'll probably hold a battery. I think I could use this battery to hold the flashlight up. Yep. Definitely in this position, not in any other position. It does fall off, of course, because the weight, the flashlight is 105 grams without the battery. If you add a battery, you're almost adding like 50 extra grams. So you're probably at around 150 easily. When it has a battery in there. So something to keep in mind for weight-wise. All right, so what else we got going on? IPX7 waterproof, 1.5 meter drop resistant, and of course it has a lanyard hook point on the base. I like that it's recessed in there and it's not through the bottom. I've seen a lot on flashlights that know better. Through-Night does that sometimes. Yeah, you know, Through-Night does that. But I love it when they're on the side like that. Smart move. Thank you for doing that. TANK007. I love that. Battery. It's a 2600 milliamp hour, 18650 protected button top. Take it out for you here, show you. There you go. Nothing super special, but that's what it is. There's no USB-C port on it, but to be honest with you, you're using the flashlight to charge it, so there's that. But there you go. But the neat thing is, it will fit a flat top in there, so we'll drop in. There's a spring in there, as you can see, down by the positive terminal, and it will work. See how it sticks right here? Yeah, right at the flush at the back, too. See, that's nice. And the spring will have no problem reaching it. So it's a good setup. So flat top will work. And as you can see, the thickness of the aluminum here is really nice. It's not super thin. I'm a fan of that. Okay, let's put the battery back in. And we got a few more things to go over, then we'll do some demoing and do final thoughts on this bad boy. Do a cross thread. There we go. All right. Snug fit with that protected button top in there. Adds a little extra length to it. So we got some switches and some ports here. So let's talk about the charging jack. So here's our charging jack. USB-C behind a little rubber coat there. Nothing special there. Plug it in. It's I believe 5 volts, 1 amp input. I observed a 1 amp charge rate. Not bad. While you're charging this flashlight, modes are available to you. I believe you have a couple low modes, and it's all modes. Excuse me, all modes are available while charging, so not bad. So again, 1 amp charge rate and all modes available while charging. That means your high mode, your flood, your spot, the whole deal. That's nice, especially if you're camping and you still need to use a light while you got the power bank hooked up to it. It's a nice setup. All right, cool. So that's that part. Let's do the switches. So the switches are kind of redundant in some operations, so that's kind of nice, though. If you picked it up, you know which button you're on. You can still turn the light on and turn it off with each button. That's nice. So they do have a couple independent functions, but mostly they do quite a bit that are identical. So let's start with button A. So button A, we'll kind of use Iron Man here. We'll use a floodlight, show you what it does. So short press on. And I think, whoops, I'm in the wrong mode here. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, I want to go warm. I actually like the warm, but yeah, that was on the warm. There we are. Yeah. Love how that looks. Just amazing. That's my favorite section, if you could have guessed by now. So short press on and long press off. Now, if you notice it has mode memory, it will start in your last use mode, low, medium, moon, low, medium, high. Remember, low is called work light mode, but I call it low, so 100 lumens. But yeah, and if you want to cycle them, you just single press while light's on. And there you go. You got your moon, low, medium, high. High is like turbo, so there's nothing higher than that. Oh, strobe. Whoops, sorry guys. Turn it off real quick for you. We don't want to, destroy it with the strobe. So people are sensitive to that stuff. I gotta remember that. So what else we got going on with the switch? Let's go ahead and go back down the moon. Yeah. So from on, single press the cycle like I showed you. So this is an interesting thing. From lock, you long press to access momentary flood. I made a word up. Flood, moon mode. I meant to say moon mode. But only the flood section. Kind of nice, but you can't lock out the flashlight from this button. So we'll long press off, lock it out with the B button. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little flashing light there indicates we've locked the flashlight out. Now we press A and hold it. We have a momentary moon on the flood section. Nice. I like that. I like that you still have access to some type of light source while it's locked out. But if you hit something else, it doesn't work. But with B, press and hold, same thing. You got the moon. Nice. So I think I copied everything I want to tell you about the A button there. Oh, you can unlock the flashlight with the A button. So even though you couldn't lock it, you can unlock it. So if I tap the A button 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, we can unlock the flashlight with either button. Okay, cool thing. All right, so switch B. It's got a red-green LED as you saw there. Nice. So it's got the battery status. So you short press this on, of course, last use mode, and then long press off. So same deal there. Short press on. Use A to change the brightness. If you tap the B button, it's going to switch modes. So let's go ahead and just turn this so you can see this. It'll go to throw or to flood. Back to throw. I'm just single pressing while it's on. So that's how you get your change there to your spot and to your flood. That's how it works. Spot, flood, spot. You get the idea, right? You don't change brightness with B, you change it with A. Pretty simple. Here we're on the spot mode, changing brightness. Yeah, very simple there. So long press off. Again, either button will do that, which is great. You can lock it. 1, 2, 3, 4, like I showed you. It does lock out. And of course, you unlock with either button. So I'll show you unlocking with the same button. Okay, cool. And then we have the strobe, which you saw there, which was a double quick press from either button, from on or off. So if we do it from the top, if you can't avoid flashing lights, look away. So 1, 2. We have the strobe mode. Nice. And then do it again. It takes us to our SOS mode. This is on either button, by the way. So if I do double on button B, strobe, double on SOS. You get the drift, right? Pretty basic stuff. But yeah, it's really easy to operate. I love that there's some redundant operation to the flashlight here. So, okay, great. So I think I showed you most of what this light does. Now there's one little hidden Easter egg on this light. So long press off. I don't know why you'd use this, but it has it. Can you guess? Yes, both lights at the same time. It does not make sense. I don't know. I guess one pointing up at something and one pointing down at your table. So you could have a reading lamp and you could be pointing another light somewhere else, or I don't know. Either way, you can have that down, this up. Okay, so you're going to turn both on. You, from off, press A and B simultaneously. And there you have it. I believe it's on medium. And you can change the brightness. Oops, I long pressed. All right, hold on a second. Both buttons. Short press. And we went down, so it goes medium to low. So it doesn't go to high, which is good. So don't drain your battery too much, but 2 directions. So I guess you could like do this where you're reading and you're spotting for somebody somewhere, tent or camper. It's kind of nice. And I'm gonna just turn it down a little bit. Gives you an idea. Just an interesting setup. I guess that's how you'd use it. So I'd use it. So this is cool though that you can light both sides up. All right, great. Long press off. And I don't know where I'm at when I start. Let's see. Door section. I want the flood section. I want the flood section. Yeah, that's right. Long press off. All right, cool. So let's head to the garage. We took some pictures, a lot of them. And then we'll do some demoing and final thoughts on this bad boy. So let's head to the garage. Here I am in the garage, 15 feet away from the garage door. Lights in spot mode is on high. This is 1400 lumens. Expect a runtime of around 2 hours. It will throttle. And a throw of 250 meters. Now we're in medium spot mode. This is 350 lumens. Expect a runtime of around 7 hours. And a total throw of 180 meters. Now we're in spot work mode, or work light mode, or low. I like to call it, of course, as you guys know. This is 100 lumens. Expect a runtime of 16 1/4 hours. And a throw of 89 meters. Now we're moving down to ultra low brightness. This is the moon in spot mode. This is 10 lumens. Expect a total runtime of 160 hours and a throw of 23 meters. Yeah, this is a good setting. Get a lot done with that runtime, 160 hours on the provided battery. Now moving to flood. This is flood high. This is 700 lumens. Expect a runtime again of 2 hours with some throttling and a throw of 61 meters. I really like how it lights up the area there. Next picture we're on. Flood medium. This is 300 lumens. Expect a runtime of 6.5 hours and a total throw of 27 meters. Again, nice setting. Loving this flood. Looks good. Warm colors. Everything, all the colors you can stand out. It's just nice. Now we're on flood low, 100 lumens, or work light mode. This will run 9 1/4 hours and has a throw of 19 meters. 100 lumens gets a lot done. I guess that's why they call it the work light mode. And our last picture is flood on the moon section there, moon mode, 10 lumens. Expect a total runtime of 120 hours, so a little less runtime, quite a bit less, 40 hours less than the spot section. But this will give a nice open flooded area, which is nice, and it has a 10-meter throw. So look back to the bench. Let's go a quick demo here. So go ahead and turn this on. Let's see here. Low mode, moon mode. We'll go moon. Just kind of show you a little bit about the beam pattern each side. Do an RFI test and do a final thoughts. Okay, so this is the warm. I like how this looks. Okay, cool. So I'm going to cycle. Let's just go ahead and cycle to the cool. Just gonna kind of, there you go. There's cool. There's warm. Cool. So you can see the difference. I like that. They're able to see that difference. My camera's not adjusting fast enough. So there's cool white, definitely very white, and you get the nice warm. So the rendition, not so great. Color rendering, real nice. Look at the reds on Iron Man Suit Pop. It's not so green there. I mean, not so green with the warm CRI. And of course, when we go to the cool white, you can see it's got a greenish tint to it. It's just not rendering it nicely. But yeah, that's why I like the warm section so much better. It makes it so much easier to use. So let's use the warm right now. So this is it says nice diffused. Let's go through the modes. Same with the ceiling. There's low, medium, high. Moon is just too dim to show you at the ceiling. Okay, we're going to change sections. Going to go to throw. There's high. There's moon. So it's got a little bit of spill, not much because of the optics. We get the idea. Ceiling. Now that shows up. Low, medium, high, and moon. Moon does show up because of its intensity and centered in one area. Nice. All right, cool. So, yeah, like I said, I want to show you how the setup I would pick. We're going to go to the flood moon. And you could have like a little desk lamp like this. You just set it up here. This is standing. You can aim it down. I just love that. Look at this. Just aiming it down. And my cards and see what's going on. I like to. It'd be nicer if it was stuck to something so it doesn't flip over or fall over. You know, you got a metal something, stick it to that, and off you go. Love it. So yeah, very nice. That's how I'd be using it at night, like a reading lamp. Very cool. Love how it's angled like that. Hitting the body a little bit, but you can just bring it out a little. Just bring the lamp back a little bit. There you go. Give you enough room to do something, whatever you're doing. Yeah. Also raise it up higher on something, and you get that nice desk illumination. Yeah, I think it's perfect for a desk. This is great. Powers out. You can still read, do something, work on something. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So we have radio, Skywave on.
Welcome to town. 2 for 4 with a single and a double, 2 RBI. His 42nd multi-hit game, his third most in Major League Baseball. Phillies top the Nationals 5-0. It's their 15th shutout of the season. That is best for the league. They third in the last 4 games. And the Phillies, they are tied for third most shutout wins in a season over the last 50 years. Now with Arias at second base, that shifted things around on defense, though, and it put Bryce Harper in right field for the first time in 4 years.
So there you go. Awesome. Like minimal RFI. Loving it. Now on the lowest mode, you might get a little bit if you're really close to the antenna on your radio. But other than that, yeah, it's going to do a good job. So let's go turn these lights back on and do some final thoughts. The tank, the tank, the tank 007. I love it. Okay, am I on the throw section? No, flood. All right, cool. Loving that. I'll press off. All right. Skywave 2. Yep, loving that. We use that radio. RFI test. Okay, cool. Let's go zooming on down. Do final thoughts of this bad boy. Bring it on down. Okay, so likes. I go likes, dislikes, and final opinion. So what do I like about this flashlight? Quite a bit. I like the mode memory. Awesome. Everything has to have a mode memory, especially the bigger flashlight like this. And what it does, very nice. I like the dual light modes. Who doesn't? I mean, it gives you a lot of flexibility. Low RFI, you just saw with the radio. I love the high CRI flood section, as you know. Amazing. The swivel head design, you know, that's just fantastic, as you saw. It's comfortable to hold. I don't know if I mentioned that. The grip, it's not too like aggressive. It's smooth and it feels good. The balance feels balanced too in the hand as well. As you can see, 2 fingers here, it's not flipping over. It's fairly well balanced right there. So that head's not too bad. You know, some flashlights might just topple over, but not this one. So I do like that. So awesome. Fast charging. 1 amp charge rate's nice. Easy controls. I like how a lot of it is duplicated. Just still, you got to remember which one locks your flashlight down, which is the bigger one, and which one, of course, changes the modes between the two. It's the bigger one, and then both of them, if you want to have both come on. It's just something to remember. I like the fact that it runs on flat-top batteries. Heck, everybody likes that. I mean, a flashlight company should design their flashlights to operate on all types of 18650s. If they want it to be successful, it's going to do that. And this one here, it's going to be successful because this is nice. And if you like this, what this does, you're going to love it. Mag base, super strong mag base on there. Loving that too. What else? Anything else here? I'm sure I had something. The good build quality. This thing feels substantial. It feels nice. I'm trying these different companies never heard of. Though TANK007, I think I remember this one, but I haven't picked one up. So maybe they've been out there for a while. You guys probably know. Chime down below what you think about the TANK007. Do you own one? Are they great? Do you know the company well? Let me know, because I think they've been around for a little while. I just haven't picked one up. I've been more like the fanboy of like the mainstream brands, so I'm getting more of the different brands. So anyway, moving on to dislikes and wants. Well, I want a beacon mode. That would be nice. I mean, SOS is okay, but a beacon mode would be fantastic on both sections. A red LED secondary. Now, I know you may not be like, well, Todd does 2 things already good. Well, I think it would be nice to have a red secondary maybe in here, because there's room. Could probably add it somehow in there. Maybe up here. Just a little red secondary just for some night vision. That'd be nice. And then a UV section. You could do it probably right in this little area here. Doesn't have to take much area. You could leave this head alone. You don't have to probably do much with that. And you could put it right up in here in this section maybe. Might make it a little thicker. I don't know. But it would be neat if it had like a red or UV. I guess I could incorporate it down here as well. But that's just me. Just adds a little bit more versatility. But you don't need it. But just in case. That's one thing I thought of. And then a bell clip is the big deal. There's no bell clip. That is probably going to be a deal breaker for a lot of people, that there's no way to attach it to your belt. There's no holster included. So TANK007, if you're watching this, those might be something to think about. Included holster or somehow ability to make some kind of belt clip. I understand the designer probably doesn't go well with a clip, but people are still going to want a clip to the outside of whatever they're carrying, the vest, whatever. I mean, because this can be a nice vest light. They do it, you know. There, you got a vest light. Boom. You know, that's just something to think about. All right, so overall opinion. Yeah, let's talk about the WK1 is a unique hybrid flashlight that will cater to a lot of people. So I give it a recommended upvote when it's on sale for around $60. It's pretty amazing with that coupon. At $79, it's probably a pass unless you really love the features. That's a premium $80. Yeah, I would say wait for a sale and pick it up a lot less. Around $60 gets an upvote. It gets a maybe. At any higher prices, you really gotta love the design of the flashlight. So hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like if you did. If you like the flashlight, give it a big like. 2, if you like this brand, or if you want to see more different brands out there. I'm trying to feature other companies on my light waves here. I like the section of my channel. I mainly focus on radios, but I do like portable lighting as well, as most of you know. And I do try to review these as well, just to kind of broaden my channel a little bit. So let me know down below what you think about this brand. Definitely comment. Are you going to be picking one up? A WK1. Do you like it? Do you want a black version? You like the orange version? Do you have a TANK007 in a different model? I'd like to hear what you have to say. Comment back. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.